I say it's gonna be a lot more personable. Like you're just gonna call and just say, "Hi, John. How you doing? This is Jackie. We spoke last month about your property on 123 Main Street. You said you were having a couple issues, and then we have to take rigorous notes on what we talked about the last time, so we can help build rapport.
Mm-hmm.
So we want to be
Okay.
able to like, yeah. So how was that concert you went to? That Willie Nelson concert you went to in San Francisco? And like I did this with one of our clients, and then he just started talking to me about it, and he saw that I cared. And then you're just gonna build relationships and continue that type of follow up with anybody who doesn't have more than two pillars.
Okay.
And we're just gonna keep following up with them month after month after month after month until a sale happens. And so your days are pretty much going to be talking to people who are already qualified, but you're going to do just even more qualifying to see if it makes sense for us to work together right
Okay.
now. Are
All
you guys
right.
following me? What
Yes.
questions
Yeah.
do you have so far?
I have
Uh,
a pretty good sense of what you're saying. For me,
Okay,
it's pretty clear.
yeah, me too.
awesome. And so I feel like, and we chose you guys because you guys are just, you guys can talk to people pretty easily, and that's most of it. And so if you check this group chat, I sent you the script.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
So if you could open that up.
Okay, I'm pulling it up.
Okay. Quick guide. Enforcement. Okay, so we might need to go over this.
Yep. And
Source
so
script.
we have the first part. So go to where it says communication style quick guide.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm here.
That is going to help us identify like what type of person they are.
Okay. The task oriented, active, passive, reserved.
Okay, oh, I
And that
remember I saw this before.
right, and that way we can kind of just know how we want to talk to them. Right.
All
So a
right.
lot of the people we deal with are like really high D's. Like
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
generally the males we deal with, if they own more than a couple rental properties, they're usually high D's, and they're brief to the point. They focus on sticking to business. And we don't want to be emotional, and like we don't want to try and dominate that conversation.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And so like we just want to identify these and then just kind of be able to pivot and talk to them the way that we know will at least let them talk to us.
All
Okay.
right.
And
Okay.
so this um you're gonna dig in even more. Right. So if you keep scrolling and we get into lead gen, lead manager script,
Mm-hmm.
are we both there?
Yes, I'm there.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm just reading it. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Awesome. So I mean, and we're gonna put them through a lot of the same questions. And so again, we're gonna ask them like the one of the first things we want to like. So the property isn't listed on the MLS, right? And when they
Uh,
say yes, like we just want to make it sociable. And I was like, yeah, I just gotta ask you a couple questions. It's gonna same thing as our cold calls. It's gonna take a few minutes, but hopefully, if you're ready to sell, we can try and get you an offer.
mhm. How much will I give me?
And if it's ever listed, we don't want anything to do with it, but we always want to ask that.
Okay.
And then so it's does not vary that much from our other script. And so if you have the info, right? We just want to see. But like, I asked this one right here, right? Hey, yeah. So is the property currently rented, vacant? Are you living there? What's the situation? If they say they have tenants, like, oh yeah, are they good tenants? Blah blah blah. And so we want to start talking to them about the house and getting them to open up.
All right.
Like we want to ask open-ended questions to like just get them to open up, talk to them, and everything else. Do the tenants know you're considering selling? That's a huge one. It may be a yes or a no.
Okay.
And then do you think we'll have a problem if they have to move out of the house? And that's if it's rented. If it's vacant, we have these basic questions, and then we just want to ask these and get them to open up to us.
All right. So living in there.
And then if you just go to checkpoint 1,
Checkpoint 1.
like this is really going to be 80% rapport building and 20% business. If you just read this
Yeah.
as we go along, like this is a lot more rapport than it is business. Like
Right.
we want to talk to them, make it like we want them to feel like we are a hometown company and you just live in their city and you're asking them questions from your office.
Okay. I'm gonna need to bring all this out. I'm better with paper in my hand.
No problem. And then I don't see my notes. Anyway, in my notes concerning we pay all cash, you don't have to worry about the repairs and everything else.
Mhm.
And like legitimately, they're either gonna give us a price and we're like, well, I wasn't gonna give you a price, blah blah blah. No problem. I was asking because we want to make sure we're even in your ballpark. Last thing I want to do is waste anybody's time. And for a
Right.
lot of those like cowboys who are assholes, this will kind of pull a price out of them.
Okay.
Okay. Can I ask you something, Stratton? I don't know if you read my curriculum, but I don't have much experience. I need to dig into this more deeper. But I
Is
see
this Claudia or Jackie?
Jackie here. And when you say, I don't know if you can explain it real quick. Maybe I'm gonna go ahead and verify this more. But when you say on the first part where it says there are no real estate commissions, I know John told us that they might get like a 10% real estate commission for the agents, and I'm not really clear about that
Oh,
because I don't have much experience. Maybe I'll need to look into that, but I don't know if you can maybe explain it a little bit
yeah, no problem. Great
so I
question.
know.
So all we're gonna do is we're just asking. When we say no commissions in America,
Hmm.
people charge other people to sell their house for them, right? So they'll charge
Right.
3% of the overall price to the seller to just sell the house.
Okay. All right. And it's always 3%. That's it, right? Or is it more? Because we don't pay that as I see here. We don't. What if they ask me that?
If
Like
they
they already.
ask,
Hmm.
ask what? Sorry.
Like because if he says, if the customer says yes, how much will you give me? And the answer here says, well, we purchase properties cash. We pay all the closing costs. There are no real estate commissions, so it's just he will just get what we provide, and we're not
Yep.
gonna get. Uh, okay, so we don't have nothing to do with that third 3%, right?
Nope.
At
They
all.
get no fees, no commissions, nothing.
No fees. Okay. Okay, that was it. Sorry.
No problem.
Hmm.
Okay. And then and all we're doing is we're pretty much following the same script as the other thing, but we're just digging deeper with these questions.
Okay. How do you get?
And this is huge right here. Oh, You guys can't see my screen.
No.
My fault. I thought you guys were following along.
No.
Okay, so
Okay.
can you guys see it now?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I can see it now.
So here we are. This is huge. Like these are huge things, and we want to keep them engaged, but this is a big one. Screen for the response and see if there's anything besides the property condition and asking price that makes them want to sell. Like legitimate relocate, financial hardship. And we want to take notes of everything. Like this, as you guys are taking notes, talking to these leads, it
Mhm.
needs to be intense. Like just type out as much stuff as possible.
All right.
Okay.
And then we're at checkpoint 2. Right. So right here, we'll know if we have like an actual like lead or not. And Claudia, you'll be on the phone a lot more next week on Wells doing leads manager training.
Okay.
But like you will know if this is someone who we think we're going to do business with like right away or not. And at this checkpoint 2, this is when we need to make a decision if we want to keep talking to them, or like if they just haven't been engaging with us, then it's probably just not a good lead.
Okay.
Okay.
Any questions, guys?
No, I'm
No.
following you. Checkpoint
Okay.
2, right? Mhm.
Yep, and that's checkpoint 2.
Wait, I do have a question. What is REI for REI deals?
So for REI deals, what we have is, let's say, so this is our leads app, right?
Right.
Like if you just follow my mouse, this is our leads
Yes.
app, and this is our deals app. So if I take you to here, so here's our lead gen app, and you guys will be practicing in mine. And here's our deals app. Inside of our deals app are people who get offers, and people who we want to send over to our acquisition and sales team.
Okay.
If they don't have more than 2 pillars, then we keep them in our lead gen app.
Oh,
And so
okay.
that's what they mean by send REI deals. So like when we send it REI deals, that means you're going to send it to our sales team.
Okay.
Oh, gotcha.
Awesome. And then we want to find out the main reason for selling. And then, so right here, another thing I always love to ask, I was like, I love this area. And it sounds like you aren't even having any problems with the house. What was the reason you were even interested in selling? And we're either going to get the asshole response of like, oh, well, you called me. Or they're going to like tell us an actual reason. Like, oh, like when I told that machete story earlier, like it's real. Like we were buying a house in Bakersfield. They wanted to sell because the sister lived in there. She quit paying rent, and then they went over there to go collect rent, and the sister attacked them with a machete.
Wow. It sounds like a movie or like a bad SNL sketch or something.
Exactly. But like we want to like pull out reasons for selling. Like people who sell to us have like these crazy reasons of like emotional hardship. They don't want to deal with it. It's been vacant.
Yeah.
Their mom used to own it and they just want to get rid of it. Stuff like that. Like we need to find out the reason they're interested in selling. If we really don't have a reason of them interested in selling, then it's probably not a deal.
Okay. Interesting. I didn't think that it would be as emotional, like behind that there was like such an emotional side to real estate.
Yeah, I mean, all sales is emotional. If we're gonna sell someone a pen, the best time to sell someone a pen is if they need to sign something for $1 billion. You know,
Yeah.
That's right.
what is the reason you need to buy the pen? And then let's hit on those pain points, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
That's all sales is just emotions. Okay, and then they open up, and then this part cannot be scripted. We want to emphasize, and then we're really here to come up with a solution for them. All the situations are different, but we're here to solve their problems. So we want to make sure they don't have to be scared of going over their house and getting attacked by their sister anymore.
Okay.
Like we want to take away like that emotional headache that they're having.
Yeah.
And then dude, they don't give us a reason. This is a great way to say it. The reason I'm asking is because in most cases we can also help out in other areas that don't even involve your property. We know that selling can be stressful and have a huge network of resources that we can use to ease the process.
So here it says that we know that selling can be stressful and have a huge network of resources that we can use to ease the process. Can you offer an example of what you mean here?
Anything they say they need, we have it. Like legitimately, some people just like we bought a woman's house and she's like, well, I want the lemons from the lemon tree. And so we just bought the house, took the lemons, picked them off and drove them to her. You know?
Oh. Okay. Okay, I get the picture now.
You know, like whatever random stuff they need help with, we'll help them with it.
Okay.
Okay.
And then, yeah. And then we'll ask them for the mortgage balance. And then same thing. And when they ask, we just want to be like, well, we have a couple different ways we can buy a house, depending on what the mortgage balance is. And we don't want to really go into it, but if they really press us, that's what we can say. And then we've taken them through this whole thing, right? And so now we're at this point. We want to evaluate this thing. And so, yeah, with these ones, let's go with anything with 3 out of the 4 pillars. But our timeline is 90 days. Not someone who's in 30 days. We're fine with 90 days. The asking price has to be like below Zillow price and even lower.
All right.
And then the motivation has to be huge.
Okay.
Motivation is usually the biggest thing.
Right.
Any
questions so far, guys?
No, I'm good. So basically just like the most important things like our pillars for the connection that we have to build are just like motivation, that identifying what their motivation is, and like the emotion behind everything, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, and about the Zillow price, what if we can't find it over there? Can we use the other websites, or it's just Zillow mandatory?
Yeah, you guys can use the other websites. That's fine.
All right. Okay, so it has to be below. Maybe do you have like a minimum that we can go?
Well, it could be if like, you know what, take it off my hands. I only want $5,000. That's even better.
All right.
Like it could be as low as possible.
Okay. So are we gonna negotiate the price?
Nope. You
No.
guys won't have to negotiate the price.
No, nothing. All right. Because I'm not good at numbers. So I don't want to get involved into that.
No problem. As long as you just talk to them and just be yourselves,
Right.
everything's going to go great.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you just follow this right here, we're going to set a follow-up. And then if someone is just like doesn't want to sell and they're just kicking tires to get an offer, or they already sold the property, we're going to drop it or mark it as dead, depending on what system you're going to be in. Claudia you are going to be in a dead situation, and Jackie, you'll be in a dead situation as well. It just depends on the operating system you get placed in.
Okay.
And then we only add people to DNC if they never want to be called again. And then we don't even want to worry about listing referrals. And then we want to set a follow-up for anyone after this, right? Let's say they only get 2 pillars. We're just going to call them. We're just going to set up a time to follow up with them, and then we'll just keep on going again.
Okay.
Okay. So 2 pillars. Gotcha.
Let's go with 3. Right now, let's stick with 3. And like it'll change, right? So let's say we aren't getting enough people into the Leads app. Then we will just say 2 pillars to try and get more opportunities. Right now, we'll stick with 3.
3. Okay.
Okay.
And then here's the bottom of it. Read this. Let me know if you have any questions on that.
So her name is Stratton.
We will let you know when the time comes.
All right. Okay. Perfect.
Okay.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay. Just making sure you guys got everything. And so that's how we're going to go over that. I'm going to be sending you guys a video of kind of what we went over with Danny, one of our other Leads managers.
Mm-hmm.
Watch that.
Okay.
If you guys can watch it at like 1.5 speed or whatever, all the better.
Okay.
And then message me after that.
All right.
Awesome.
Okay. Do
Thank
we
you,
watch
guys.
it right away, right now, or do we go back
You
to
guys
taking
get paid
calls?
for
Okay.
watching it. Awesome.
Gotcha.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.